Hello. You will note that I'm not actually in my games room at the moment. I'm actually outside. Trees in the background. That's because I do a lot of running and cycling and stuff, and I wanted to go for a ride on my bike. But I also wanted to do a pickup video, so I just kind of thought I'd combine the two. Nothing wrong with that. So I'm in the middle of like a forest. There is actually a train line just over there. So if you hear a loud noise that sounds like a train, it more than likely is a train, and they are quite common on that line as well. So yeah, I'm in the woods. So what am I doing? I just wanted to talk about some of the games I picked up in the last fortnight or so since my last video. Some of them I bought from shops, some of them I got from eBay, and some of them I actually bought from a friend who advertised them on Twitter. So there's some quite good ones actually in this little video, so I'll go into those now. I've got them in my bag down here, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, the first one I picked up in a like a dedicated retro game shop that I visited, and they didn't have a massive selection of games, but I saw this and thought I'll take that because it looks quite interesting and quite unusual, something I've not really seen. I've seen it, but I don't own anything like this. So it's Xevious 3D and G for the PlayStation. Sorry about it, I'm going to move a bit closer just in case you can't hear me because it's a bit windy. But yeah, it's Xevious 3D and G for the PlayStation. And what is slightly uncommon about this particular version of this game is that it's actually the Blockbuster video rental version. You can see there it says not for resale, rental only. And then on the back it's not got like the normal like pictures of the game. It's got it's like the controls and the story about the game and what you would normally find in the manual. So I thought that was quite interesting and quite an unusual pickup as well. That was only like £3, so pretty happy with that. The next game, I got this one from eBay, and again this was about £2, and that is Gauntlet Legends for the American Dreamcast. I've already got the PAL version, but for some reason, bizarre reason, the box seems to have vanished. So I've got the game disc and the manual, but the box it's just vanished. So I saw this for a couple of quid on eBay and I thought, right, I'll get that because I've not got the American version. It's quite interesting because on here it says Gauntlet giveaway, and you could get some like pewter miniatures from the characters within the game, which is quite interesting. We never saw this in the UK on the PAL version, and it says there on the back, it says mail-in proof of purchase from Gauntlet Legends for the Sega Dreamcast to receive free Gauntlet Legends pewter miniatures complete details inside package. Offer ends the 31st of weird American dates, just sorry a minute, 31st of December 2000. So yeah, that's well gone past the sell by date or entry date, but I thought it was interesting. So Gauntlet Legends for the Dreamcast. Next one I got from another retro gaming shop, but it's more of a specialised shop, and you might say this is expensive, but I don't think it is for the game that I got. I paid £30 for this, £30. As soon as I saw it I thought that's got to be wrong, so I bought it, and the shop assistant was just like, yeah, oh, there you go. I don't think she knew anything about games. I think she was probably just looking after the shop for somebody else, but I thought it might be a typo or it might be an error, so I bought the game anyway. And the game is KO Flying Squadron for the Mega CD. I remember playing a demo of this a while ago, and I just kind of forgot about it, but upon seeing the game and then like looking online and seeing how much it goes for on eBay and stuff like that, I know it's not a very good way to check on how much something should be worth, but it goes for quite a lot on eBay. It goes for like sometimes up to £100. And I saw it for £30 and I thought, right, I texted a friend and asked, like, is that a good price? And they were like, yeah. So I went and bought it. Unfortunately, it didn't have the manual in it, so that's probably why it was marked down a bit. But I mean, you don't really need a manual for a game like this. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a shmup, shoot 'em up, with some like really good graphics. It's really bizarre. You've got like raccoons going along in like floating rowing boats, and does stupid off the wall stuff that you have to shoot at with your dragon. It's really good fun actually. In the back as well, there was a copy of a copied disc, Umemi Mystery Mansion, which is a mansion of hidden souls, I believe. I've not even tried that disc yet. I don't even know if Mega CDs just play CDRs, so I'll check that out probably when I get home, to be honest. I don't know why I didn't bother trying it, but I forgot it was in there. So yeah, KO Flying Squadron, that was 30 quid. Yeah, really good game that. Okay. These last three are games that there's a guy on Twitter called the Retro Hunter. His actual name is Ali. I've met him at a few different events and things. He's got quite a big following on Twitter, and he's a bit of a legend. As the name suggests, he hunts out retro games, and he's always going to like car boot sales and stuff, and he just gets these ridiculously like good deals on stuff, and he'll put pictures on Twitter, and everyone just it's like, oh, like, how did you get that for so much? Like he'll have like a stash of like 10 N64s for like 15 quid or something. But he always puts all these pictures on Twitter of stuff that he's got in these massive or ridiculously good hauls that he's found, like either locally or through like Facebook groups or Gumtree or any of these social networks. And a few weeks ago, he tweeted that he got a really good deal on a lot of stuff off somebody like local to him, and he was putting picture after picture after picture on Twitter of like picture 1, picture 2 of like, you know, an N64 of a load of games, like a Spectrum and a load of games, and then eventually he got to like picture like 20 or something, and it was just like a load of Dreamcast games, NTSC ones, and he tagged me in the picture and said like are you after any of these? And to be honest, most of them I already had, but there was a couple that I didn't, and that looked quite intriguing to me. So I thought, yeah, I'll send him a message, ask him how much he wants for him. And he was like, yeah, 30 quid, like posted. So I was like, all right. So I sent him the money over, and a couple of days later, he sent me the games, and the games are these. So, okay, the first one is Godzilla Generations, which is, it's not the best game. I played it last night. You basically just walk around smashing up buildings. It sounds like a good idea, and it is quite fun, but the camera angles, like it kind of changes on the fly as you're doing what you're doing, smashing buildings up, and it can get quite confusing with the controls, and especially because Godzilla himself, he moves quite slowly, so it gets quite annoying. But you can shoot fire and blue stuff, and it's alright, to be honest. It's quite. I think it was a launch game this for the Dreamcast in Japan. And you can kind of tell the graphics aren't that great, but I mean at the time they were probably better than anything you'd seen on like the N64 or the PlayStation, so quite good. It kind of reminds me of like Blast Corps on the N64, but like with better graphics and slower gameplay. So yeah, Godzilla. The next one is a game that we never got here. Well, we didn't get Godzilla, but you know, is Virtual On Oratorio Tangram. I remember playing the original one on the Saturn, and I wasn't particularly keen on it. I just didn't like the controls. I played this one again briefly last night, and the controls are pretty, like, I was constantly going like this to try and get my second stick, you know, on the joypad, but obviously there isn't one on the Dreamcast. I know that you can use the arcade stick specifically for this game there on the back, but I mean they're quite unusual, quite uncommon. They probably go for more than the arcade stick goes for. So without like a second stick, it's quite tricky to actually control. But the graphics are brilliant, and it's just a decent game to have. I mean, it's another one of them that, even though it's full of Japanese text, you can kind of tell what everything is and what you're meant to be doing. And there's quite a lot of English in the game as well. It's just a cool game and quite good fun, yeah, to be honest. And the last one is Rez, Japanese version of Rez. Again, it's a game that doesn't really need a lot of explaining, because you just kind of fly into the screen shooting stuff. It's a bit like Panzer Dragoon. You've probably paid to play it yourself. I didn't have, I mean, I've got Rez, but it's a copied version. It's the CDR of the PAL version. So you know, having the actual official game is quite nice. And I mean, all these games that he sent me, they've even got like the spine cards in and everything. They're in really good condition, and yeah, I mean, 30 quid for those three was posted was pretty good, to be honest. So I thank you to him if he's watching. He's probably not. He probably won't ever watch this, but you know. So yeah, that's my recent pickups, and you've seen a little bit of the woods near, well, not near where I live. I'm about 30 mile away from where I live, and I'm actually on the return journey of like probably about a 60-mile bike ride. Funnily enough, the iPad is actually resting on my bike saddle at the moment against the tree. That's why the camera's a bit lopsided. But yeah, I just thought it'd be more interesting to do one of these videos outside rather than just being stuck in the house. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.